Okay, so for whatever reason, you guys constantly beg me to flex. And honestly, I'm like so freaking bored of flexing. Now you have to understand, I have been doing this. Okay, hang on. I've been doing this legally since I was 18 years old. I just turned 30. No shame. I mean, my mom looks 30, so like, okay. But I do not need to flex. You guys know what I make. Like, you guys see the places that I live in. You guys see the things that I do. You see me ride around in a jet. Like, I mean, I think flexing is pathetic. And it's something that's happened lately. Like, back in my day, we really didn't do it like it's done today. Like, that hashtag Findom on Twitter, that was the saddest thing I've ever seen. I never look at, like, social media. I usually just post and leave. I don't, like, read the messages, anything. But, like, slaves that are really annoying, I don't want to, like, be mean to them, but I try to, like, sway them towards, like, newer, like, Findoms that I think truly might look like they're really dominant. But trust me, as the owner of Miami Mean Girls TV, it is extremely hard to find a truly dominant female. Just all of a sudden, everyone's a femdom because of girls like me on NBC and MTV and all of this, you know, flashing their money around as the show's asked us to. And everyone thinks it's just easy money and they can just, like, pretend to be dominant and say, oh, loser, pay me. But, like, on Twitter, it's like, oh, loser, buy me a pizza. And I'm like, oh my god, like, that's sad. That's sad. But anyway, I did a tax return video, I don't know, like 4 years ago, almost to this date, and it came up as a memory on my Google, and I was like, oh my god, I totally gotta, like, compare my tax returns. I had gotten an extension because I'm actually closing my nonprofit animal rescue after saving over 1,700 dogs and who knows how many cats. Cats we just, like, spayed and then let go, but dogs are my passion, especially underdogs like pit bulls and bully breeds. That's another story. I'm closing my nonprofit because I was giving so much of myself to it. So now, instead, I'm donating $200,000 a year to another nonprofit that I know does very well. It's called Pilots for a Cause. It's a very good cause. Every cent truly goes to the animals if you guys choose to donate to something for the holiday season. But I compared my taxes to 4 years ago. And I was super excited. And I said, you know what? You guys are always begging for these flexing videos. Well, I'm going to give you your flexing video. My tax returns, my taxes are, okay, my net income on my tax sheet this year can totally feed a country. Can you take a guess? I know some of you know. Some of you are weirdly even more analytical than myself, especially the guys that I have been, you know, close with since college, my husband's slaves, my top tens or whatever. But I don't think anyone knows this exact number because I didn't even know this exact number. Like, I purposely give this stuff to Princess Tatiana. It's like this close to being a lawyer. And yes, I paid for her law school. Well, I helped her by teaching her Findom. She submits to me, but she is dominant over men. Well, I'm sure you've seen. I let her do more classy clips, but whatever, another story. She deals with all the numbers, and my accountant, who's fucking amazing, and my entertainment lawyer, who's fucking amazing, and is going to be giving the reins to Tatiana once her firm starts. So anyway, Are you guys wondering what they say? Because, you know me, I have no shame. I'm an open book. Seriously. If someone from IRS is watching this, please do. I pay you very, very well. I don't hide anything. My assets have never, ever been hidden. I remember when I first started Bitcoin, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I can have my guys in the poor countries mine for me and do something to send me money, and it'll make me rich and I won't have to pay taxes on it. And then, bam! That didn't work. So, I pay my taxes. And I'm proud to. Especially now that we're printing checks that we can't cash. Huh? Yeah. Biden having a little too many Xanax for breakfast. Anyway, alright. Off my high horse. My tax returns. Can feed a country. It may not be African lobster tail. I cracked myself up. But, I mean, what do they bring to those countries? See, you could totally tell I was like always, like, all my nonprofit charity work was animals. I never liked humans unless they were submissive men that I used and that were there for me. Like my husband's slaves. I'll never be married, but I'm married to my top 10 husband slaves. And those are the guys I'm close to, and we could be honest with each other like no one else could. So I have them, and then I have Princess Tatiana and Goddess Savannah. Both of them live with me on and off, and we are like just like so tight. I don't think I would want to let anyone else in because we give so much of ourselves. How can I forget Goddess Oceana, who is now moving like 20 minutes from here, and I'm so excited. She's moving down from New York finally. Okay, so back at it. Do you guys see these numbers? I tried to cross off pertinent information. So I think it's pretty much agreed upon. That what I pay in taxes could certainly feed a small country. Ramen noodles, that's it. That's the cheap. That's what I was thinking of. Oh my gosh, I'm always just thinking military. I'm like Spam and like those canned beans. No. Ramen noodles. Yeah. So I could feed like a whole country of that if I felt like it. But instead, you know what I would do? I would go to China and rescue all the dogs that are bred for fur and meat and bring them over here. Sorry. But it's my lack of compassion for humans. For a good reason lately. Come on. So there you go. My tax returns. No shame. IRS, there is no shame in my game. You check this and double check this and triple check this because I have the best of the best of the best. And to my lawyers and accountants, I have Tatiana who will live for me. Alright. I hope you guys enjoy it. And, thank you for helping me feed this small country. Even though it's animals.